back. We're back here in the ballpark.
Chris Hill, our president, joining me for another inning in the booth on Tuesday morning, our first day game of the year.
Not morning anymore.
Not the morning. Yep, it's past noon, 12:02 now. And Ryan Court, who walked in his first at-bat, has worked a 3-0 count. Ryan Court quickly proven to be a dangerous hitter in this lineup. Had a home run and a double last night, and today has the walk, playing first base. And the 3-0 pitch inside for a ball. So Court back-to-back walks here today. He's on base once again.
Be interesting to see how that bodes well. The pitcher did not have a lot of control over his pitches right there. And he was kind of, when you looked at where the catcher was setting up, he was not hitting his spots at all.
Nope. That was a rough start there for Craig Stem to this inning. Albert Cordero steps on in. Craig Stem, in his last start, which came back on Friday night, as I mentioned, did not walk a batter, so already 2 today. Both going to Ryan Court. Albert Cordero, he's looking for his first hit of the year. I predicted earlier off air that it would come. He's 0 for 13 now with a walk as the first pitch from Craig Stem in for a strike. On 1 now to Cordero. Ryan Court with the 1-out walk. He's on first base. Our YouTube stream went down. We do apologize for that. It's back up for those watching. So Albert Cordero now 1-1.
Some technical difficulties here at the ballpark, but they've been magically corrected, we believe.
Technical difficulties. I've never heard of that before.
Yep, it's new. Just came up with it.
Never happens.
I'm rocking that phrase, too.
0-2 now to Cordero. Court on first base, and Albert pops that one straight back. Mike Falsetti gives it a look.
Out of play, I believe.
Out of play. Not in reach for me to make a play at it. Albert, the longest tenured member of these Skeeters. You mentioned Andrew Johnson, the pitcher for the Blue Crabs, actually has the most games pitched in Skeeters history. The reliever, Albert Cordero, he's 4th all time, entered at 277 games played. Travis Scott with 571 games is the all-time leader. Was Travis here when you were here back in year 1?
He was not, but
and that one struck 3. Albert Cordero not on the move. And he'll walk back to the dugout. Ryan Court did advance to second base. They still throw it to first. I don't know why Albert wasn't moving. There is a runner at first base, so you have to always make sure that he does move to second. But
he did, and he was in. That's probably a conversation in the dugout, I would think.
As Coco down on strikes for out number 1.
First year, I didn't know Travis, to your question before, but I did know Taylor McFarland, who ended up becoming his wife. She worked with us in the front office.
T. Scott, not to be confused with the rapper Travis Scott, who's also coincidentally from the Houston, Fort Bend County area. Dennis Phipps, 0-0. That's first pitch ball. Dennis in his first at-bat back in the 3rd inning, struck out looking. So 1-0 now. Ryan Court on second base. He moved to second base on the strikeout there from Cordero. Cordero back to the dugout, though.
Trying to keep him inside, but he's just not having control anywhere near those corners, especially with right-handed hitters. He's having trouble hitting that.
Ryan Court, the righty, earned the leadoff walk to Chris's point there. 2-0 now to Phipps. That one is on the outside edge for a strike. 2-1 now to Phippsy, who has got a few days off, but he's back in the lineup. As I mentioned, he struck out looking in his first at-bat.
Inside, outside. So interesting to see where he comes in now. I think they're going to set up inside again, but we'll see.
And they throw a breaking ball, which catches the inside part of the plate.
Definitely gotten away from the fastball. Now he's thinking, okay, what is it going to bring me? 2 off-speed pitches in a row. You got to think he's going to come in hard on the inside like he did originally.
You got to be careful with Phipps. When you let him get his hands extended, you see he's a big fella. That's not the place you want to let him go. So that one looked like it could have, but that one misses low now. So a full count to Phipps.
Do you set the runner in motion?
I would think not with first base open. A full count. Phipps has a great eye.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing?
That's why I'm not managing anywhere.
Let's see if Chris
it's right. Is he in motion? He's not in motion.
And Phipps lines up to right field, going to be foul and out of play. So Phippsy Now with a 3-2 count still, as he mentioned, he's got 2 walks on the year. He's got a good eye. Last year, that was something that he was pretty good at. He had a 344 on base percentage with a 265 average. He had 9 home runs, 37 ribs.
WWCD, what would Chris Hill do? I'm having him run.
Still not moving. The outside fastball misses for ball 4. Phipps kind of took a peek back to just confirm with that. So
right now we would have runners at first and third.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. If he
probably not true.
If he
probably
had
been
moved,
thrown out at third.
I don't know unless Phipps is a pretty big guy. He doesn't want to create a lane to throw. As mentioned, we were dealing with some technical difficulties, but we are back on the air, bringing you baseball at Constellation Field on a Tuesday morning. I love these Tuesday morning games because my job, I get to come here in the morning and watch some baseball. People in cubicles. Hope you're listening to me, but I do feel bad for you. I got pretty good setup here. I'm set up next to Chris Hill, our president. Josh Prince, the left fielder for today, is fouling that one to the left side for a strike.
Just barely foul. Just skipped right to the left of the bag. Had that been just 1 foot to the right, be a much different ball game right now.
And the Skeeters are threatening here. Runners on first and second. 1 down. Ryan Court and Dennis Phipps aboard with a walk. Josh Prince now at the bat. He grounded out to the shortstop in his only at bat today. 0-1 from Stem to Prince inside. Almost got him 1-1.
Kind of got to lean into that one a little bit.
You mentioned the first start, Craig Stem didn't walk a single batter. And now through just 4 1/3, he's already walked 3 batters.
And you're also seeing an inability to hit spots. I mean, that
against righties, like you were saying, too.
Yeah, he's having trouble with righties. There's no doubt about it.
Josh Prince now, that one misses low and away. Nice job by Mike Falsetti to scoop that up. So 2-1. Josh, as we mentioned, getting his first start out in left field today. Has Will Maddox, who's proven to be a pretty nice piece. He's 0 for 2 today, but had a couple hits last night. And Will Maddox starting at second base once again. Some of the more veteran players on the team, guys like James Loney, Cody Ashe, Cody Stanley getting a day off their feet before a travel day to North Carolina. We'll open up that ballpark out there in High Point tomorrow.
That'd be nice. We'll be looking forward to getting out there.
2-1 now to Prince's fly to right field. Ruby Silva coming on in. Ruby Silva in and is able to make the catch on the run there in shallow right. Looked like a little more trouble than at first anticipated.
The wind.
That wind playing havoc, but Silva able to corral that for out number 2 here in the 5th. And now Alvaro Rondon, it's going to be up to him to see if he can tie this one up. Blue Crabs leading 1-0 with 2 down. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Blue Crabs, no runs, just 1 hit and an error for your Skeeters. That hit came last inning. It was the Juan Severio single as me and Chris did our part to try to break up that no-no.
And we did. I think we should take full credit for that.
I've already taken full credit. I've actually printed out myself a little plaque. So I'm going to hang it up here in the
Printed out booth. A plaque? That's an impressive printer you have there.
Ardone lines that to left field into some kids. Hopefully they're paying attention.
The odds of them paying attention is pretty remote, but it looks like everybody's all right. The kid has the ball. Fantastic.
I think that was one of the smarter plays by MLB was to put the nets all the way around. And obviously here, it's a little different. Balls aren't being hit quite as hard, but MLB, they move the nets all the way down through the dugouts, and I think that's just a good play because a lot of fans are obviously not paying attention, and I guess we extended them. So when you were here, they weren't even extended as far as they are now, right?
Yeah. They've extended another sequence all the way around.
1-1 out of Rondon. This is low.
And we'll look in the offseason about potentially extending them further. Obviously, we want fan safety at the utmost, so we'll always investigate those things.
Absolutely. I mean, it does affect the view. I mean, it doesn't, not to be naive, but I think it also, the amount of that affects your view with the protection it provides is kind of.
The view is important, but.
How important is it? And Alvaro Rondon lightly hits that one on a line on a hop. Garcia to Nina, and that'll do it here in the 5th inning. So the Skeeters get a pair of walks, get their first runner into scoring position, but that's all they get as the Blue Crabs hold on to a 1-0 lead as we move to the 6th inning here at Constellation Field.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018... And it's time for the top of the 6th. Connor Wade's on the mound, and Ruby Silva with a slash bunt toward Will Maddox. Glove flip to Ryan Court in time for the out. Nice little play there from Will Maddox, the 4-3 putout. Ruby Silva with like a bunt, also a swing at the same time, a kind of a Butcher Boys chop. And Will Maddox flashes the leather, makes a nice play to get Silva for out number 1 here. At the top of the 6th, Blue Crabs do lead 1-0. Let It Go, the Frozen song. Plays as Frank Martinez steps in. Martinez 0 for 2, struck out back in the 4th. Connor Wade still on the mound. He's pitching a gem. Just the 1 run. Other than that, pretty solid outing. 5 1/3 now, 4 hits. The run was unearned. He struck out 2 and has not allowed a walk. Now Wade misses away for a ball, so 1-1 here to Martinez. Martinez has been off to a pretty good start this year. Switch hitting third baseman for the Blue Crabs. He lines that one down in for a base hit, so Frank Martinez continues to swing a hot bat. He's on with a single. Didn't even get a chance to break into my Frank Martinez stats. That's okay. You don't need to hear him. Craig Maddox now steps on in. He is 1 for 2. Had a single back in the 4th. One of the 4 Blue Crabs hits. Corey Vaughn had the RBI single back in the 4th inning. That's all the damage for the Blue Crabs against Connor Wade, who's had a nice bounce back outing after allowing 5 runs back on Friday night in start number 1. Wader is kind of become an institution around these parts. Led the team in innings pitched last year and gets that one off for a strike. Former Arizona Wildcat, and native of Scottsdale, Arizona, so he went to college right in his backyard. He was selected to the College World Series All-Tournament team in 2012. Bared down that year for the Wildcats. 1-1 now to Maddox, and that one's low for a ball. Connor was selected by the Rockies in the 7th round of the 2013 MLB draft out of U of A. He was also picked by the Diamondbacks, the hometown team, in the 35th round of the 2010 draft out of Chaparral High School, Scottsdale, Arizona. Chaparral High School, that's where Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. He played his high school baseball as Maddox lines that in the gap. That's trouble. That one's going to get all the way to the wall in left center. Frank Martinez is rounding third. He's going to come around and score as Craig Maddox provides an RBI double here in the 6th inning, and the Blue Crabs now take a 2-0 lead. Maddox came in scuffling, hitting just below 100, .080, had a home run and 3 RBIs. There's RBI number 4 on the year, though, as the DH and also the hitting coach for this Blue Crabs team gets him going with one away. Skeeters bullpen, some bodies starting to rumble down there. It's been quiet because Connor Wade has been just chugging along today. No need to get anybody hot down there, but he's in a little bit of trouble now. Blue Crabs lead 2-0. They have 6 hits, and John Griffin, the first baseman, fouls that one back. And down into the first row. Let's see who wants that ball. Fans start to make their way, and someone's going to go retrieve it there. Johnny Griff has a pair of home runs on the year. Or just one home run, sorry. He's hitting, came in hitting 267, and that one's in for a strike now. 0-2. Still nobody up in that Skeeters pen. Connor Wade likely to get through this one. I mean, he'd been rolling along up until this point. He had 2 strikeouts, does not have a walk. And without a walk, that's not a surprise. Connor Wade doesn't really walk many hitters, only at 19 last year and over 110 innings pitched. And that one swung on a miss. Nice little cut fastball low and away. Gets John Griffin swinging over the top of it for out number 2 here in the 6th inning. So Corey Vaughn going to come up with Craig Maddox on second base. Maddox is double to left center, just drove in a run. And Connor Wade last time against Corey Vaughn. Corey was 1 for 2. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Had a single, struck out looking. Today, Corey's got a hit as well, so he takes that one for a strike. Corey Vaughn has been a mainstay out here in Southern Maryland. It's his 3rd season with the Blue Crabs. He has the most home runs of any player in the Atlantic League over the last 2 seasons. 6'3", 235-pound outfielder. And what do you know? Today, I did not realize, it's Corey Vaughn's birthday, turning the ripe age of 30. Happy birthday, Corey. Mentioned a good dude. I saw him earlier today. Didn't wish him my birthday. I'll have to make sure I get that to him later. It's his 3rd season here with the Blue Crabs. 2017, he hit 13 home runs with them. Last year, 18. Those 21 home runs are the most over the league in the last 2 years, or 31 home runs, rather. He's got 1 this year, hit 1 back on opening day. So 1-2 now, 2 down. Craig Maddox, second base here in the top of the 6th on a Tuesday afternoon now, as we're past the 12 o'clock mark here, Sugar Land. Southern Maryland up 2-0. Connor Wade still on the hill. And the 1-2 chop to the right side and foul. So Corey was drafted twice. He was drafted once, the first time from the Phillies in the 43rd round. That was in 2007 out of Jesuit High School in Carmichael, California. And then it was picked up by the Mets in the 4th round of the 2010 draft at a San Diego State University, where Tony Gwynn coached him up, the Hall of Famer. His dad, Greg Vaughn, played with Tony with the Padres. That one low, misses now, 2-2. Power has always kind of been there for Corey. It's not just a new thing. He had a career-high 23 home runs with High A Port St. Lucie back in 2012. And here comes the 2-2 now, 2 away, and the top of the 6th inning, Connor Wade 2-2, misses just a bit outside for a ball. Took a peek at that 2012 St. Lucie team where he had his home runs, and on that team was Alan Dykstra, looking for 6 degrees separation. His brother James is actually a reliever now out of the Skeeters bullpen. James had a scoreless inning last night's 4-1 win. Skeeters got some work to do here. They've already got 2 comeback wins on the year, including a 6-run comeback effort last Friday, so 2 runs. Nothing that can't be overcome. As the 3-2 now, 2 away to Corey Vaughn. That's inside for a ball in the dirt, so a 2-out walk to Corey Vaughn, and that'll bring up Garcia. Edwin Garcia, the shortstop. Garcia drove in a run with a single back in the 4th and was cut down in between 1st and 2nd. He tried to advance there, a good cutoff. Kept him from advancing to second base, and that actually ended the inning. First pitch from Wade to Garcia is in for a strike. My partner, Kyle Dawson has made his rounds, and he's back in. Partner, how are we doing?
Oh, we're good. Just had a little marketing meeting with our marketing firm, Bubble Up, Mike Newman. He might be popping in here in a second. To say
Shout out
hello.
to New Mike and the boys.
He wanted to come see you in action.
Wow. Well, I'd love to have Mike Noom on the air. Bubble Up extraordinaire. He handles a lot of our marketing.
Absolutely.
Quickly 0-2 now to Edwin Garcia from Connor Wade. 2-0 lead for the Blue Crabs as we're at just a shade over 12 o'clock. It looks like Matt West is getting hot down there in the Skeeters pen. The 0-2 to Garcia, and that's in there for a strike. Caught looking. Garcia down to end the inning. The Blue Crabs do tally a run, though. The RBI double from Craig Maddox stakes them to a 2-0 lead. But the Skeeters are going to bat here in the third inning on a Tuesday afternoon affair at Constellation Field.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilla Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Skeeters got some work to do. They trailed the Blue Crabs 2-0. My partner, Kyle Dawson, in the booth. Kyle, you've been walking around a lot, but we could use some runs here. Hoping you're bringing in some good luck to the booth.
Yeah, we kind of need to get the bats going here a little bit.
It's certainly time. Just 1 hit through 5 innings, but CJ McElroy going to lead us off, and he takes for a strike. If you've been listening to this broadcast, I'm sorry. I'm going to sound like a broken record because I got to go over these stats again. CJ coming in lead. He's second in the Atlantic League with a .429 average, trailing just Nate Coronado's hitting just a cool 500 to open things up. So a hot bat here to open things up. Maybe we get things going, huh?
Yeah, hopefully he can get on it here. Get a little CJ. And of course, his dad's here, Chuck
Oh, that's awesome.
McElroy. Yeah, Deacon Jones is out down visiting with him, having
Very
a good
cool.
time.
Deacon and Chuck go way back, and CJ now the kind of the next generation of those guys. Well, technically the 3rd generation because Deacon is kind of the first Chuck. I'm sure he scouted Chuck at some point throughout his career.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, Deacon was a longtime scout in the major leagues.
So I joke with Deacon and asked him, how it was playing with Babe Ruth back in the day.
I mean, that's a joke at all, but Deacon, honestly, probably one of the handful of people on this earth that has played with Jackie Robinson. Still a lot around to tell. He's got some great stories to tell. I mean,
yeah, he was.
You just wind Deacon up and let him talk about baseball. You could get him going for hours, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, he was a teenager when he first met Jackie Robinson, and Jackie Robinson told him to go to school, and he did. He went to college first because he wanted to go and just play baseball, and Jackie Robinson told him to go to school, and he did it.
I remember Deacon telling us that story, and Deacon did go to Ithaca College, I believe, out there in New York.
Yeah. One of my favorites, I asked him, I said, you ever meet Ted Williams? Because I love Ted Williams. I think he's fascinating. He's an interesting character. But he said, I did. He goes, I was in the cages in spring training one year, and hear this booming voice goes, good swing, kid. and spend a little time with them in the cages, which I thought was pretty cool.
And Deacon, a left-handed hitter, so to have that kind of praise from Ted Williams as C.J. McElroy works a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. Blue Crabs lead 2-0, but back to that story, Kyle, because that's pretty intriguing. When you have a left-handed hitter like Deacon and Ted Williams comes up and says, "Nice swing, kid," that's gotta be that's like I don't know, like Steven Spielberg going to like Troy Young, our video producer, and saying, "Hey man, that's a sweet video."
Yeah,
that's a good directing job.
Absolutely, there. And Deacon, when he tells that story, his eyes just really light up. You can tell it was a special moment for him.
So Will Maddox steps on in, the second baseman. He is 0 for 2 today.
Interesting fact about Deacon, he switched hands, throwing hands.
Did he really?
Yeah. And
was he a righty? So he switched from.
He was a righty, and he jammed his shoulder really bad. He couldn't throw anymore, so he switched over to lefty. So
that's Deacon Jones for you. He had over.
That's where he became first baseman.
There you go. That explains a lot there. Will Max takes a strike. I had somebody comment on the YouTube stream. Does this play-by-play guy really think it's Tuesday? Nope, I don't think it's Tuesday. This is game number 7 of a 7-game homestand. I'm getting a little loopy. Days are starting to kind of bleed together. It is Wednesday. It's a Wednesday morning at the ballpark. I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't ruin your calendars if I mentioned it was Tuesday. But the Skeeters trail 2-0 to the Blue Crabs here in the 6th inning.
I will say you're doing a good job in your first season as play-by-play.
I even got a text from Eric Biddle, our club. They might be the ones that comment. He said, "Hey, bud, it's Wednesday. You said Tuesday about 4 times. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." The clubbies do hard work down there, too, so they can understand the days kind of start to bleed together. But they're all good, and that one's grounded to second base. Nina flips to Garcia for 1, and Maddox, who hustled down the line, but not going to be able to get it in time. So a double play there on the 4-6-3 variety kind of thwarts that Skeeters rally just as it started here.
Yeah, and still sitting on 1 hit, so hopefully 1 here can get a big base hit, maybe get a little 2-out rally going, and we can get a run on the board at least and get in this ball game. We seem a little lethargic today.
It's tough. You got the night game followed by the day game, and not to mention, like I was just saying, it's game number 7 of a 7-game homestand to open the year. But Juan Silverio steps in. Craig Stem has been doing a nice job thus far today after throwing 6 scoreless innings in his first outing back on Friday night. He's followed that by coming out here and throwing 5 2/3 scoreless. Just 1 hit. That was a Juan Silverio single back in the 4th inning. Silverio now up to bat. He takes low and away for a ball. On a Wednesday morning at the ballpark.
A Tuesday on a Wednesday?
Tuesday on a Wednesday. Tuesday's feeling like Wednesdays. It's all good. It's 12:30 in Sugar Land, Texas. Blue Crabs 2-0 lead, 2 down.
Hey, doesn't matter what day it is. We're playing baseball.
Yeah, that's perfect. Kyle's got one of the better Harry Carey impressions. I feel like that's like a rite of passage as a baseball fan. Like, how good is your Harry Carey impression? Yours is fantastic.
Thank you.
I do say so myself.
Well, I remember watching a lot of Cubs games as a kid.
So Silverio takes that one inside 3-1. And not to just say you're old or anything, but when you were growing up, that was the only games you could watch, right? You could only watch on WGN and TBS.
Well, yeah, because when you came home from school, WGN, the Cubs played during the day, so you got to watch a little day baseball, and then I usually watch the Astros at night.
3-1 now. Silverio line drive to Garcia. He got a nice pick up there on the hop, and a tough break for Silverio. Hit that one pretty hard, but just right at Garcia. So that'll do it here in the bottom of the 6th. Blue Crabs still lead 2-0. We head to the 7th inning here on a Wednesday at the ballpark here in Sugar Land, Texas.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilla Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Cavilla build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major League.
And we go into the top of the 7th inning here at Constellation Field. 2-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. Matt Dean stepping on in. Mark Lowe going to come on in relief of Connor Wade after a fine outing from Connor Wade. This is going to be the 3rd relief appearance of the year for Mark Lowe. He does not have a record and has a 9.00 ERA. Mark Lowe, native of Sugarland, Fort Bend Baptist Academy.
He is.
Another local guy, him and James Loney, the 2 veterans, both 11 years of Major League experience, and both from Fort Bend County.
Yeah, and I've been anxious. I haven't had a chance to see him pitch yet, and looking forward to it. You know, he definitely brings that Major League presence to the mound.
Mark Lowe, as we mentioned, has kind of had a struggling start to the year, has led up a run in each of his first 2 outings, but a guy, his experience is worth its weight in gold. 11 years in the majors. Him and James both. That's 20, I mean, if you do the math, that's 22 years combined Major League experience, and Mark played in a couple of World Series. He played with the Rangers in the World Series in 2010 and 11. And now he's here in Sugarland, and we're happy to have him. It's quickly 3-0 now to Matt Dean, the left fielder for the Blue Crabs. He's 0 for 1 today. 0 for 2, sorry. Had a line out to third base in his last at-bat. That one's in for a strike from Mark Lowe, who's got the high black socks on, the blue cleats, Skeeters in their white tops here on a Wednesday morning at the ballpark.
Technically, it's afternoon now. You just can't win today, can you?
I'm just going to step on out. I'm just going to head out here real quick.
Go sit in the corner.
It's 3-1 now. And Matt D fouls that one now. It's a full count. I'm gonna work on that. There's a few things I've noticed that I got to get better at as a broadcaster, and I guess my tracking of the days of the week has got to be one of them.
Well, and you're doing a good job here in front of our friend Mike Newman with Bubble Up, who's paying us a quick visit in here to the booth.
Mike does a lot of our marketing with Bubble Up. If you see an ad on Facebook, Mike likely geo-targeted that ad to be sent in your direction.
Exactly.
So when you see a Skeeters ad, think Mike Newman.
And you're going to see a new sizzle reel coming out pretty soon, probably like today, tomorrow, and it's really, really good. So
nicely done. Well,
we're excited
Matt Dean
about that.
Walks here to open up the 7th inning. Mike, I believe you're a native of A&M, right? Or not native, but that's your alumni. You went to Texas A&M? Class of 91. So any Aggies listening? We've got a few Aggies on staff. Kyle here to my right, he's a Baylor Bear.
Yeah.
And Mike Falsetti, the catcher, squares the bunt. He misses that one for a strike.
Got,
or a ball, rather, sorry.
You got the Longhorns represented with the Zlotnick family. You've got some Texas Tech with Cassie.
Yeah. Brandon MacArthur, our production coordinator out there in the booth. He's controlling the feed. The cameras.
That's right, Brandon. Yep.
Brandon's
in
Texas
Tech.
He was pretty happy with how the Final Four went down. Well, not entirely happy, but they got there, so that's a good place. That's Falsetti takes a strike.
We've got some Rice interns. I know we've got some Cougs on staff.
Yeah, there's a San Diego State Aztec on the Blue Crabs, Corey Vaughn, my alumni.
Oh, wow.
So that you don't see every day. You see a lot of Longhorns, a lot of Baylor Bears, a lot of Aggies, some Rice Owls, but you don't see a lot of San Diego State Aztecs and Corey Vaughn.
Yeah, we've got Jen Schwartz. She can't make up her mind. She a Baylor Bear, an Aggie, or what?
Did she go to both?
Yeah, she went to both. She undergrad at Baylor and then her master's at A&M. So
I mean, can't blame her on that front then.
You know.
I think that's fair to claim both schools. I guess whichever one's having a better year.
No, well, every time I see her, you better claim one, and it better be the green and gold.
Matt Rule still the coach out there?
He sure is.
As Falsetti pops that one foul. So
Yeah.
Mark Lowe. Kyle, what do you got on Mark Lowe? I see you looking at the game notes. Give me a little rundown here on Mark Lowe.
Lowe, yeah, attended Fort Bend Christian Baptist Academy in Sugar Land. Played at UT Arlington. Let's see, 10-year MLB career. The Mariners drafted him in the 5th round in the 04 draft out of UTA. And he has been all over the place. He's played for Rangers, Angels, Indians, Blue Jays, and Tigers.
I associate Mark Lowe mostly as now it's 2-2 to Mike Falsetti, the catcher, with runner on first, no down here in the 7th. Blue Crabs lead 2-0. I associate Mark Lowe mostly with the Mariners. That's where he began his career, is where he got drafted. He spent a lot of time in their bullpen. But guys like Tyler Stammer, GM, who's a Rangers fan, they both remember him. He played on those 2010-11 World Series teams for the Rangers. On the move is Matt Dean, the big fella, moving and steals second base there. That was like watching a building run between first and second base. Matt Dean, what's he listed at? Matt Dean's 6'3".
Who was covering on that? Maddox?
We had a refrigerator running down the team first and second base.
I don't think you could combine Maddox and Rondon and still get to his size.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Matt Dean stole second. While he stole second, Mike Falsetti down on strikes for out number 1, as now a runner on second base. One down here. Skeeters do trail 2-0. Angeles Nina steps on in. He is 1 for 2. Angeles Nina, I'm going to be happy to see him leave. He has been just an absolute thorn in our side this series, and he steps on in 391 at the leadoff spot.
And the kids love his walk-up music they're giving him today. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Good.
So I know you can hear that on the broadcast.
Anything to throw him off, man.
We've got the kids here today.
He's killing us.
That's for sure.
So 1 and 2. Angeles Nina, 1 down. Runner on second base. That's Matt Dean, who looked, like I said, like a refrigerator stealing second base there. The 6'3" left fielder on the move, able to steal the bag.
He's an overall player. 5 tools.
And Angeles Nina takes outside. I'm wearing it on the chin on the YouTube chat for saying that it was Tuesday and not Wednesday.
Rightfully so.
I should. It is not.
Keep it coming, guys.
Yeah,
Keep it coming.
God, I deserve it. I deserve it. 2-0 now. Angeles Nina. Wind blowing pretty strong in from right field, directly back in toward home plate. Mark Lowe on the mound. That's missing Lowe. Kyle,
please report on YouTube if you'd like to see as a punishment that Mr. Posner's got to run foul poles after the game.
Yep, I'll be running poles. I'll do my penance. I'll be doing up downs and burpees out in right field. For every time I mention the word Tuesday is one up down.
That will make you run to Floyd's at the after game party.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
Encourage everybody to come to Floyd's Cajun Kitchen after the game, and some of the players will be there, and front office staff and season ticket holders. And,
I'll be there.
Just be a good time.
I'll be there. I'll probably be sweaty because I'll have done my up downs for saying it was Wednesday, but I'll be there still, nonetheless. Mark Lowe got a 3-1 count now to Angeles Nina. Matt Dean on second base with 1 away. Mark Lowe on the hill, and Nina slaps that one foul. Nina had the green light there on 3-0 before that pitch and actually swung at the 3-0 fastball. So Mark pitched back on Saturday night. Threw an inning, allowed a run on 3 hits. The run was earned. He also pitched back on Friday night. Inning of work there. Allowed a run on a home run. Nina fouls that one back. So still a full count, 1 away here. Angeles Nina. Mark Lowe surrendered a home run to Edwin Garcia back on Friday night. Garcia not coming up anytime soon here. As we're at the top of the order. Angeles Nina, the leadoff man. Full count, 1 away. Top of the 7th, and the full count pitch fly to right field. That's going to be trouble. C.J. McElroy on the run. McElroy had a kind of alligator on that as he stormed toward the right field line, and that one is out of play for a foul ball. So Kyle gave you a little bit of rundown on Mark Lowe, 11-year Major League veteran. Spent a lot of time with the Seattle Mariners, spent some time with the Rangers and a plethora of other teams, but mostly the Rangers and the Mariners. He was third in the American League in appearances in 2009. He had 75 appearances. As that one's flied into center field, Jared Mitchell gave it a heck of a diving attempt and has a little bit of trouble getting it in. That ball fell in front of Mitchell, though, for a single. Angeles Nina now has got a pair of hits, and Angeles Nina continues his hot start to the year. But runners in the corners now, one away, and Mark Lowe on the bump for the Skeeters. The Blue Crabs leading 2-0 in the 7th inning on a Wednesday morning. It feels like a Tuesday. At least I thought I felt like a Tuesday. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're wrapping up the 7-game homestand today, and I have had so much fun being able to broadcast these games to you guys. I hope you understand it's honestly a privilege, and it's been fun having guys like Kyle come in here and just kind of provide some fun as we begin a 2019 season. As we just begin it, it's going to be a long season, 140 games, Kyle. Partner, you're going to be in this booth a lot this year. We'll be just best buds by the end of this year. Want to build some bunk beds maybe in here? Maybe we can get rid of this desk in front of me and build bunk beds and just so much more room for activities. Yep. Well, Ruby Silva now 0-1, one down, runners in the corners, top of the 7th. Mark Lowe inside on the heater, now 1-1. You want the whole cans? So what? So I get the off-brand Chewbacca mask and you get the whole cans? That's cool. Whatever, man. 1-1 now. Ruby Silva, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2 today. He had a single back in the first inning and has flown out and grounded to second base in his last 2 at-bats. Mark Lowe misses up. Mark's got a chance here to get out of some trouble as he kind of grasped at that. He's a little bit frustrated with himself. I like to also just say Mark Lowe, awesome dude. I've gotten a chance to meet him. There were some media requests for him, and he handled them beautifully as that one Silva swings and misses through. Yeah, just an awesome guy. I saw Deacon talking to him, and we talked about Deacon Jones, our special advisor, earlier in the broadcast. And when Deacon comes to talk shop with you, you should consider that an honor. That means he sees something in you. When Deacon wants to talk shop, he sees something in you. He talked with Mark back in spring training, and I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that conversation and wonder what they were talking about. The 2-2 from Silva has hit an absolute ton to right field. McElroy on the run. He's going back. He's got the ball on the warning track. He'll come down with that and in to score. It will be Matt Dino on the sac fly. Ruby Silva gave that one a ride, but C.J. McElroy with a nice running grab there toward the foul line on the run on the warning track for out number 2. So the Blue Crabs now lead 3-0 on the sac fly from Ruby Silva. Mark Lowe with a runner on first base now. That's Angeles Nina. He's singled, and Frank Martinez up. He's 1 for 3 with the single to his credit. And Martinez chops that one foul. Martinez came in hitting .364 with a .440 on base, had a home run and 7 RBIs. Those 7 RBIs, Kyle, I know you were curious, so I'm going to get you a number on that. Those 7 RBIs were good for 3rd in the Atlantic League. Hard to believe that's only good for 3rd. Caleb Gindel of Lancaster has 9. Kirk Neuenhuis, the former New York Met, has 8. Martinez comfortably in 3rd with 7. A couple guys tied for 4th with 6th. And our own Juan Silverio and Ryan Court and Cody Stanley are all tied up there in the number 10 spot with 4. But Frank Martinez off to a good start. He's got that swing going early. 0-2 now from Lowe to Martinez. Swung on and missed, and he's got him there. So Mark Lowe battles through a little bit of trouble, but is able to get Frank Martinez swinging there. The Blue Crabs do tally a run, though. They tally that run on a sac fly off the bat of Ruby Silva. They lead the Skeeters 3-0. here on a Wednesday afternoon at Constellation Field.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field.
Well,
Come
Gendell's
to the park
got
on Monday
3
for
home
discounted
runs, so
margarita
that's why he's
prices
got
as well as
9
free tickets for
RBIs.
fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Columbia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday fun. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town.
You know what?
And we head back to Constellation Field. It's the bottom of the 7th, Wednesday afternoon at the ballpark, and I have a special guest with me now. My partner, Kyle Dawson, has departed the booth, and Kevin Zlotnick, our owner, has stepped on in as Jared Mitchell takes ball 1 there. Still a 3-0 lead for the Blue Crabs here as we enter the 7th. Craig Stem still on the mound, has done a nice job.
Happy hump day, Ryan.
Happy hump day, yep. It's not Tuesday, just in case you didn't know.
I did know that, but apparently I've heard you did not know that.
I'm getting worn down, but it's all good. We're having fun. I got the best seat in the house. I've got, in my opinion, the best job in the house. I get to just talk baseball for 3 hours every day. And Kevin, you are here on a Wednesday. How are you feeling? What are you seeing from the team today and the ballpark in general?
Good energy in the ballpark today. Love to see the kids out there having fun away from school. I'm having fun away from my office today, so it's all good. Day baseball is great.
I love day baseball. It's one of those things where it's like, man, you see it on the calendar, and I'm like, oh my God, an 11 a.m. game after a 7 p.m. game. You kind of dread it until you get here, and you're like, man, I'm getting to watch baseball. The sun's out. Well, not entirely out. It's a little cloudy today, but
it's perfect because
still
it's not too hot.
It's not too hot. The wind's blowing. It's Kyle Dawson gave us a beautiful weather report early in the contest. And Mitchell lines out to first base. John Griffin does scoop it up like a vacuum, and he touches the bag for out number 1. Kevin Zlotnick, our owner here. This is your 3rd season, I believe, kind of running day-to-day ops here, more or less. 2nd season, you're kind of shrugging.
I feel time's flying.
Yeah.
I started in my role in 2015
Okay.
and got more involved in the Skeeters in 2016. So, yeah, the years are passing me by pretty quickly
well, 2
here.
championships in your 4 years as
That is true. I'm very decorated.
That's pretty nice.
But this season, I've gotten off to a rough start. I'm personally 0-2. I've been to 2 games. We're 0-2. This is my 3rd. We're down 3-0. While on the air, I think I have a -5 run differential. And let's see, I guess my ERA is around 24.5.
It's okay. It's time to get that up as Ryan Court, the first baseman, flies out to straightaway center. Corey Vaughn under it, and Corey Vaughn has got it. That's out number 2 here in the 8th inning. 7th inning, sorry. And you're at Old Town Road. That means it's time for Albert Cordero, the catcher, stepping on in. He's 0 for 2 today.
Might be time for a new walk-up song.
You think so? I kind of like Old Town Road. It's
Yeah, I don't like that 0-0-0 for the batting average though.
Albert is scuffled a bit to begin the year, but we knew Coco. We know him. Albert's been here almost as long as Kevin has. He joined us in 2016, and the longest tenured Skeeter is a Community Man of the Year in 2017. Albert, one of those guys you can really just go, and he's so good with kids and families. And he's a great ambassador for our organization, I think.
Agreed. We're as much about the community and doing things off the field as we are on the field, and he's been a great guy off the field and a great guy on the field for the last couple years as well.
And he's getting the start behind the plate today. He's quickly down 0-2. There's 2 down. The Blue Crabs with a 3-0 lead. Craig Stem spinning a gem, and Albert slaps that foul off to the left side, staying alive. Craig Stem.
Do the Blue Crabs only have one uniform? Because it looks like they've used the same one 7 days in a row, and that would be generally fine if it was what you would call a regular uniform. But to all the Maryland residents watching, your state flag is not one of my favorite. Sorry, Chris Hill.
As Kevin Zlotnick just upset out of the 74 watching, and if there's any Maryland natives listening, Chris Hill actually did step in. His ears were buzzing. As Kevin was not too pleased with the Maryland flag uniforms, and Albert Cordero swings over the top of that one, strike 3. So 1-2-3 inning from Craig Stem. He's now through 7 scoreless. Blue Crabs lead 6-0 or 3-0. Sorry, as we head to the 8th inning here on a Wednesday at Constellation Field.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as
Loney
discounts on
coming in?
White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers
warming
and
up.
sodas. And you definitely
I
won't
don't
want
see
to
a
miss
pitcher
out on
coming
Fireworks
out.
Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs
gotta be
and
coming
kids on
in.
the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Winter's coming to Constellation.
Pete told me he was going to try to pitch him.
Come help us celebrate
But
the
I
final
didn't-
season of Game of Thrones
Bullpen
on May
card
11th,
must be
as we'll be hosting
slow on the.
GOT night.
Loney's going to have to run
As
out
we
himself,
take on
maybe.
The Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cophelia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com.
We sure we didn't get a
or
bullpen
call
card
us
person
at
out there today?
281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last.
Oh, here he
a
is.
lifetime
Where the hell did he
for
come
ages
from?
4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
And we head to the 8th inning here at Constellation Field. It's Wednesday. The Blue Crabs are leading 3-0 over the Sugarland Skeeters. And Kevin, I am so happy you joined me in here. We're going to have a pretty interesting little view here for a pretty intriguing storyline, if you will, for the season. James Loney, the first baseman, longtime Dodgers first baseman, the former Elkins High School standout, is on to pitch his first inning of the 2019 season. This was something that was talked about, that we knew was coming, and on game number 7 of the year, we're going to get to see James Loney in on relief. Kevin, what are you expecting here?
This is exciting. I don't know what to expect. My question for you is that we all know he was a very decorated amateur pitcher. Did he make any pitching appearances during his long time in affiliated baseball, whether minors or majors?
I'm happy you asked that. James Loney made 1 appearance. It came in 2016 with the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Okay.
The AAA affiliate of I'll give you, you're standing next to me, guess the one team that's
San
affiliated
Diego.
Yep, they're the AAA affiliate of the Padres. And he managed to throw a scoreless inning in the Pacific Coast League, which is known to just be a torment for pitchers. And he's going to get his first look here on the mound. The Blue Crabs do lead 3-0, and leading off will be, let's take a look who's leading off. That's going to be Craig Maddox, the DH. So lefty on lefty. He's going to get Maddox, Griffin, and Corey Vaughn. 1, 2,
Good
3.
spot for Pete to bring him in. We've got a left-handed batter up, and then I think Griffin, is he a switch hitter? Or I may have made that up.
John Griffin's a right-handed hitter.
Okay,
Corey Vaughn
well.
also right-handed. This is a lineup full of righties. Maddox, a lefty, the only actually true lefty. Him and Ruby Silva both lefties, and then Frank Martinez is a switch hitter. So here we go, folks. You see that 1-7 on the mound. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is James Loney. He's going to be getting his first appearance on the mound this year. So far, Connor Wade, he threw 6 innings, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned, and Mark Lowe pitched last inning. He threw 1 run, and it was earned. And the first pitch from Loney is skied off to the right. Loney coming into 88 there on pitch number 1.
If you're throwing 88 from the left side, you're going to get a lot of people out if you're throwing strikes.
I mean, and Loney, who actually is swinging a pretty hot bat, he got the day off today, and I was curious as to if we might see him pitch because he had the day off, but he's been doing a fine job. He has a hit in 5 of his first 6 games, hitting .304, and now he's on the mound. A little two-way action here. The Shohei Ohtani of the Atlantic League, maybe. And 1-1 now to Maddox as he misses up with that one.
So is he rocking his retro Sugarland Elkins blue and gold cleats? Is that what I'm seeing out there?
That might be. And we've mentioned it several times. The Elkins star at Elkins High School in Missouri, he was a pitcher with them. So this is not a foreign concept to Loney, as the first pitch from Maddox is flied out to center field. Jared Mitchell under it, and James Loney has got his first out of his first relief appearance of the year. 1 down. And the top of the 8th inning, Blue Crabs leading 3-0.
Looked like he had him a little off balance, and even though that caught a lot of the plate, just the lazy fly ball to center field, so a good start.
There's something to be said about a guy who can come in and actually, like, you get position players who come in and throw a lot. Like Anthony Rizzo throws a lot for the Cubs, but there's a guy, Matt Davidson, he pitched for the White Sox a little bit last year. He's a third baseman now with the Rangers. He came in and threw like 93. It's not easy to hit 93. I don't care if you're a position player or a pitcher. That's a tough pitch to hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, those guys come in mop-up games, unless I'm mistaken.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is a 3-0 game in the top of the 8th inning.
Faith, yeah.
And Loney's, I know, came in here and was hoping to pitch in situations like this. Ooh,
a nice little
is that
breaking
a changeup?
ball. Yeah, maybe a changeup or an off speed of some sort as he gets Griffin out in front. 0-2 quickly to John Griffin. James Loney, if you're just tuning in, he's on the mound making his season debut. The first baseman, the 11-year veteran at first baseman in the major leagues, is going to try to pitch this year a little bit, and he's got John Griffin 0-2. He's got 1 out in the top of the 8th. Blue Crabs lead 3-0. That pitch misses upstairs for a ball, so 1-2 now from Loney. James, a guy that has garnered a lot of media coverage since he came here and has been a great sport about it. A very good guy. I've been very impressed with him so far. A nice dude. And now on the mound is John Griffin. Swings and misses.
Strike 3.
4, strike 3. The foul tip hung on by Albert Cordero. So throw that ball into the dugout. James Loney. And they do actually throw it into the dugout as he gets his first strikeout with the Skeeters. I was kind of saying that with tongue in cheek, but they do put the ball into the dugout. James Loney, his first strikeout in a Skeeters uniform on the mound. Flames Loney coming in, throwing strike 3. Xavier Real coming at me with that nickname. A quick 2 outs here from Flames, and that one misses outside for a ball.
I'm kind of blocked by this light stanchion. Is that 87?
I would say 87. Unfortunately, we have some ads running on our board here. I can usually see what it is on our side digital panel, but not at the moment. Ads keep the lights on in the ballpark. Not today. No lights. It's a day game, but most nights it does keep the lights on. So
wise observation.
Yep. That one's shot foul. 86. James Loney coming in and doing a nice job. And on relief, Connor Wade got the start. He threw 6 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, 6 hits. He'd be on the hook for the loss. Mark Lowe came in a lot of run in his inning of work. But James, also known as Flames Loney, quickly got 2 away here in the top of the 8th. He's looked pretty good. I mean, he's looking smooth. He's
throwing strikes. He's mixed in at least 2, maybe 3 different types of pitches, and he's gotten ahead. I guess he didn't get ahead of this guy, but he got ahead of the first 2 guys. That's a nice breaking ball.
Yeah, you mentioned there's a few things you'd look for. One is he throwing strikes. He's throwing strikes. Can he mix in a few off-speed pitches? He has. He's thrown a few changeups through curveballs, and he looks the part. That's the eye test. All 3 of those are going so far. 2-1 now to Corey Vaughn, who's 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the 4th inning. Also has a walk today. And Vaughn hits that one a ton to left field, and just like that, Josh Prince looks up, and that one is not coming back, folks. Corey Vaughn has himself a 2-out solo home run here in the 8th inning.
Well, that's a bummer.
James Loney, in his first relief action of the year, got 2 quick outs, and then Corey Vaughn hit one, took it for a ride to left field, and that's home run number 2 for Corey Vaughn. We saw him homer back on opening day, and he parks one into the sport court. That one might have actually gotten entirely out of the stadium. I didn't even see where it landed.
I see
Kevin.
2 ladies walking down the ramp back there, and it looked like they were almost hit by that home run.
That one was hit a long way by Corey Vaughn, the solo home run now. Plus, the Blue Crabs up 4-0 with 2 away in the 8th inning. Loney's still on the mound. The first pitch to Edwin Garcia is up for a ball. So, James Loney, as to be expected, he has never pitched full-time as a professional, and he's going to get a chance here. He got 2 quick outs, and then Corey Vaughn with a line drive, and Edwin Garcia hits that one up the middle. He'll have a 2-out single.
So now run differential -5 on the year, Ryan, and all 3 – it looks looking like all 3 games I've attended may turn into losses.
It's still early-ish. We got 2 more innings. Obviously 4-0, a little bit of work to do. We did come back from a 6-run deficit on Friday night. So
we did, but I wasn't here for that.
You weren't here, so you need maybe you just get in your car and start driving north. Don't look back. No, don't do that. Stay here, Kevin Zlotnick, our owner. Joining me in the booth, and we got James Loney on the mound. 1-0 count now to Matt Dean, the first baseman, who is 0 for 2. Also has a walk today. Matt Dean stole a base, came around to score in the 7th inning.
So now he's pitching. Oh, that's an. Oh, look at that! He picked him off right as I was about to say something about pitching out of the stretch.
A nice pickoff move, and they're still running him down, and Loney tags him out there to end it. Kevin still getting that pickoff move.
Look at that.
About to come in with the analysis, but James Loney kind of intercepted it. And so Loney comes on in, and in his first outing of the season does surrender the home run to Corey Vaughn, but otherwise unblemished. 1 run. That was a solo shot from Corey Vaughn. But Blue Crabs do lead 4-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning here on a Wednesday afternoon at the ballpark. Blue Crabs lead 4-0.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Blue Crabs 4-0 lead over the Skeeters. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Zlotnick, owner of the Skeeters, still joining me as he looks for one last sweet redemption here before our Skeeters hit the road tomorrow to head North Carolina. That's kind of a new thing, huh?
I'm following the team. I will be in High Point, North Carolina tomorrow. I don't know how you get there, but I will be there.
Through Charlotte, maybe?
I believe sounds about right. That's the only city I know in North Carolina.
Who knows? It's the new frontier. We'll be the first team to play at that new ballpark, BB&T Point Ballpark.
Rolls right off the tongue.
That's off the tongue. And High Point going to get their first home game tomorrow. That's really exciting. I mean, this is only my second year, but it's cool to think that a new team is joining the league, and it's much better than having the Road Warriors as of last year where a team has to just play on the road all season.
That is sad.
Yeah, it sucks, but they did a good job. A lot of guys fought through that. Andrew Johnson, actually, one of those guys is on the Blue Crabs now, the reliever, who actually holds the most appearances in Skeeters history.
Is that right?
He does.
He had a good run.
Had a great run here in Sugar Land, and Dennis Phipps, 1 and 2 now. He leads us off here at the bottom of the eighth. Craig Stem.
What's his pitch count?
Craig Stem entered this at bat with just 46 pitches. I don't know if that's
that
correct.
is incorrect. Thank you.
That's what I got on my box score, but I came out of my mouth. I'm like, that does not sound right. High Point Rockers Diehard tells us that Greensboro is the closest airport, so maybe you're flying into Greensboro tomorrow.
Who is High Point Rockers Diehard?
We've yet to get his identity.
Is that some sort of YouTube guy?
It is a YouTube guy.
Shout out to all my YouTube fans out there, but reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself, says Kevin. And 3 and 2 now, full count. Phipps. Craig Stem.
Ball 4.
Still on the mound, and ooh, called strike 3. Phipps, he's still running to first. I don't know if he knows that he called that a strike. Yep, he rung him up. And, yep, Dennis.
Phipps looks pretty unhappy. Hopefully he doesn't take it out on any clubhouse managers today after the game.
Yep. Thankfully Eric Biddle actually texted me. I was like a little dummy, and he hit me, and I'm on repeat. I'm saying Tuesday all day, and it is Wednesday. So thank you, Eric. If you're still listening, I appreciate you letting me know what the day of the week was. Pete's going to come out and have a chat with home plate umpire David Popoff about this call here.
Is this a new umpire in this league? I don't know if you keep up with the umpires and things like that.
I don't. I try not to keep up with that kind of stuff. They have a tough job, and I just let them do their thing, and I just sit up here and do my thing. And I get to talk baseball 3 hours every day, and I do it, I guess, somewhat adequately on most days, and some days I just seventh game of the 7th homestand. I'm having a little bit of trouble, but we're good today.
Well, I'm here to save you.
Kevin has saved me. Craig Stem is pitching phenomenally. He's 7 in the 3rd now. Just one hit. As Josh Prince swings through that one for a strike. Juan Zaverios single back in. What inning did Juan have a single? That was back in the 4th inning. Is the only hit tonight for the Skeeters.
Do we have 2 walks? I think we've had a single, 2 walks, and we've hit into 3 double plays.
4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and just the 1 hit. The Skeeters have grounded into 2 double plays. Albert Cordero and Will Maddox both grounded into the twin killings, but Josh Prince up here, 1-1, 1 away, and Skeeters looking for a rally here in game number 7 of the year. They have a 4-2 record. The Blue Crabs 2-4. Last year we were 14-5 against the Blue Crabs. So
I did see that.
Having a little more fight out of the Crustacean Nation this year.
Good for them.
Good for them. I will leave it there. I like that. And Josh Prince fouls that one back 2-2, and it's baseball. And
that's a catchy. Is there a big Crustacean Nation over in Waldorf, Maryland? Because if I lived there, I would join the Crustacean Nation.
That's a pretty sweet nickname. 12 years of Clawsome. This is their 12th year as a franchise.
Okay.
That's all the puns I got about.
Do they have one ship or no ships?
They have one.
One, okay.
One. They've won 1 championship. Stan Clyburn, actually the last manager leading to the playoffs. That was in 2015. And Stan Clyburn is back in the saddle for the Blue Crabs. He spent some time as the manager for the Bees. He was with the Chicago Dogs last year. He was an assistant for Butch Hobson. We actually have a former Skeeter pitching coach out there now. Corey Domley is the pitching coach for the Chicago Dogs. As Princey hits that one into shallow right field, Angelos Nina just a shade into the grass, and shallow right is under it for out number 2.
Not a lot of hard hit balls. Severio's single was definitely a hard hit. Somebody, I'm going to blank on this, ripped one to short or third earlier in the game, and those are the only 2 hard hit balls I can remember.
Craig Stem has done a fantastic job. He threw 6 scoreless on Friday. He's threw 7 and 2-thirds scoreless today. He struck out 6.
He has the look of a deadline acquisition for one of the stronger teams in the league.
Jeez. A shot across the bow there to the folks in Southern Maryland. 0-1 now to Alvaro Rondon. Craig Stem actually did pitch with the Blue Crabs last year, too. He pitched a little bit in relief for them, but then ended up being a starter and did well enough to end up being their number 2 starter now this year.
I mean, he's kept us off balance.
No, he's done a great job.
And then, I mean, this is it's tough for these pitchers to face the same lineup twice in 7 days, and for him to come come out and dominate for a second time is pretty impressive.
That's true. That's a good point. It's facing him and Mitch Talbot and Daryl Thompson and Connor Wade have all had the trouble of having to face a lineup twice in a short period of time. Connor up to the task today, too. Connor did a nice job. He had a rough go in the first outing of the year, but through 6 innings, just allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, one of which was earned. And Daryl Thompson last night, the Skeeters were able to get to him a little bit. The 2-run homer from Ryan Court led us to a 4-1 win, and we're in need of a little bit of rally time today. Caitlin Clinchock, our box office manager, standing behind me. She's getting warmed up. She'll be on the broadcast here next inning or making her debut. Are you a little nervous, or how you feeling right back here? A little nervous, she says, but no need to be nervous. It's Wednesday afternoon at the ballpark. We are the luckiest people in the world. We just come here and watch baseball during Wednesdays while other people are stuck in cubicles. We are not. We're just here enjoying some America's pastime as Rondon flies out to left field. Matt Dean under it a few steps back in his tracks, so that'll do it here in the 8th inning. The Skeeters go down 1-2-3. Craig Stem has spun a gem, folks. He is through 8 scoreless, and the Blue Crabs, they lead 4-0 here on Baseball and Education Day on Wednesday afternoon at
Thanks for
Constellation
having me,
Field.
Ryan. See you next homestand.
Kevin Zlotnick, our owner, we bid him adieu.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete Incaviglia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime major leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former major leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure.
And welcome back. Top of the 9th inning. Skeeters trail the Blue Crabs 4-0. Matt West is going to be on in relief of James Loney, who made his debut for the Skeeters last inning. Caitlin Clinchock, our box office manager, making her debut of the year. Caitlin, game number 7 of 7 here on this homestand. You have one of the toughest jobs in the building. I think you're a little unheralded. You're working there. You're the front line of the ticket office. How was your first 7 days of the season?
Well, we were really busy on the weekend, which is awesome. When we're busier, we're happier. So no complaints on my end. Everything, I think, went pretty smooth, so which is always good.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, things could be a little more smoother here for the Skeeters. We're trail 4-0. Matt West on in relief. Let's take a look at some Matt West numbers while we got a chance here. 2 games this year. Matt has thrown 2 innings, and he's faced 6 batters, and he struck out 5 of them, and he quickly has a strikeout there. So 7 batters faced for Matt West this year, and make that 6 strikeouts as Matt Dean gone swinging. Matt West, we got to see him a little bit last year. He is mighty impressive. He just comes in, throws about mid to low 90s, got the high socks, Houston native. I know you spent a lot of time in the ticket office. You don't get to watch all the games, but I know you're a big baseball fan. You're a big Pirates fan.
I am.
How are the Buccos doing this year?
You know, they started out okay. They kind of flatlined when they went into LA, but you know, you have one tough homestand, doesn't knock you down. So they're doing okay.
It's early.
It's early.
Nothing can be not undone this early in the year. The Skeeters started 4-2, and they got some work to do unless they'll fall to 4-3. But Matt West on the mound, Mike Falsetti at the plate. He is up 1-0 and now up 2-0. That's pretty incredible. Matt West, I just kind of stumbled over those numbers, but he has faced 6 batters coming to this one and struck out 5 of them. And got a strikeout right there to open the inning.
That's an impressive line right there.
2 scoreless innings to open the year against the Blue Crabs. That's Matt West. James Loney got in last inning, and man, I'm a little disappointed. He was so close throwing that scoreless inning. We were happy to see him on the mound, but the Corey Vaughn solo home run last inning with 2 away just kind of spoiled that little party here in Constellation Field. But I don't think that's the last we'll see of James Loney on the mound this year. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, no way it's going to be his last outing.
So 2-1 now to Mike Falsetti. 1 down here, top of the 9th. Skeeters trail 4-0 as Falsetti swings and misses. Strike number 2.
Blowing that right by them, aren't he?
Matt West is quietly probably one of the best relievers in the Atlantic League. He came in last year, had a sub-1 ERA. He had battled some health issues, so he was kind of away from us for a little bit, but then he came back in the postseason through another scoreless inning, and so far this year, picking up right where he left off, and Falsetti takes upstairs for a ball, so full count now to Matt West, who Matt is from Bel Air High School.
He also might be one of the hardest working guys on our team. I usually run during lunch, and he was out there every day that I was out there doing something. Yep.
Yeah, he lives in Houston, so he was out here kind of working around the field before most guys even got here as Falsetti fouls that back. Funny thing about Matt, he began his career as a third baseman. He was drafted in the second round of the 2007 draft by the Rangers, and then a few years later they said, "You've got a pretty good arm, guy." They moved him to be a pitcher, and he's obviously got a pretty good arm. He's showing it here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So full count now to Falsetti. Caitlin Clinchock, box office manager, joining us, and Falsetti down on strike. So out of the 8 batters Matt West has faced this year, 7 have gone down via the strikeout. Quickly 2 away here on the top of the 9th. Blue Crabs lead 4-0.
He is definitely giving us a chance in the bottom of the 9th, that's for sure.
Yeah, Matt West is just one of many arms in the Skeeters bullpen, and we do know as what happened last year, these arms will probably be here for just a short time as a lot of guys get picked up. We've already had one guy. We've had 2 pitchers get picked up already. Christian Bergman went to the Mariners literally just the day spring training began. He took his headshot and then departed us. Andrew Bellotti threw a scoreless inning on Friday night, and then he got picked up by the Yankees. And now Matt West quickly has 2 away. 4-0 lead. Guys like James Dykstra, Kevin Comer. Did you get a chance to watch James Dykstra last night, the right-hander?
I did not.
He's fun to watch. He's a righty who kind of lines up. He puts his front foot toward the third base dugout and then kind of winds up toward the third base dugout and brings it back. And you can only imagine how much fun that must be for a right-handed hitter when you see a 99 mile per hour fastball. He's upper 90s coming around you.
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, I played long enough to know that anytime a ball is hidden, it's not a good thing.
Nope, that is not. And Matt West gets the ground ball off our Rondon. He scoops it up. So 3 scoreless innings for Matt West to open up his 2019 season. And that'll do it here in the top of the 9th. The Skeeters are going to have one more chance here if they trail the Blue Crabs 4-0. It's the end of this 7-game homestand to open the season. It's been a great homestand. Thank you guys for listening. We'll come back here for the bottom of the 9th as the Skeeters, as I mentioned, trail the Blue Crabs 4-0.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete Incaviglia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime major leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former major leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price, where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
All right, well, it's rally time here. Bottom of the ninth. Skeeters trail 4-0 over the Blue Crabs. Game number 7 of 7. My office phone is ringing here. You're an
important guy.
I guess I'm kind of important here, and Blue Crabs trail 4-0, or Blue Crabs lead 4-0. Skeeters coming to bat for the last time today. Potentially, CJ McElroy going to lead us off. It's independent baseball is beautiful. You get a chance to just become very close to staff mates like Caitlin here to my right, our box office manager. She does a fantastic job in the ticket office. Caitlin, but you also, like me, we're wearing out a little bit in game number 7. We're doing our best to hang in there. You had a funny story that you wanted to share from the ticket office booth and how that tiredness can wear down on that side too.
So I can't blame it on 7 games, but I can blame it on 6. So when I came in yesterday afternoon, I answered the phone. Thank goodness a sweet gentleman answered, and I said, "Sugarland Skeeters, this is crazy."
Was he wrong?
No.
How crazy?
No, he wasn't wrong. I was actually reading a text on my phone that said the word crazy. And I said it out loud. And he played along real nice. And he said, "Hey, crazy, I just want to buy some tickets for the game on Wednesday." And I said, "Sir, I can help you. I promise. I'm not that crazy."
That's a fun story. That's kind of the way it goes. We spent a lot of time here, but I couldn't ask for a better gig.
Nope.
I get to watch baseball all day. Caitlin over here enjoys herself in the ticket office, getting a chance to come in the broadcast booth for the first time today. And CJ McElroy leads us off, and he chops that one to right. Fielded by Nina over to John Griffin. That's out number 1. So 1 away in the top of the 9th. The Skeeters are down to their final 2 outs here. They began the season 4-2. After losing on opening day, they went 4-1. And looking at the barrel of a loss today, unless they can rally here late, Will Maddox is going to step in. 1 down.
Just got to get on base. Get on base to score some runs.
The Skeeters team has played a little differently than I was used to last year. A lot of speed. Monday night, there was 14 hits, all of which were singles. So it's been singles and speed. Not a ton of power so far. Ryan Court had the home run. Last night, Cody Ashley has a home run, and Juan Severio opened at opening day. So just 3 home runs so far through 7 games.
The wind isn't helping anybody.
No. Oh, my gosh. Jared Mitchell had a ball last night that should have went out. It would have went out just about anywhere. Most Major League stadiums would have went out, but not here. So the wind blows in, and Will Maddox fouls that one 1-1 now. And the Blue Crabs have a new pitcher on the mound. That's El Haj Muhammad, the 6'3", 250-pound right-hander from New Brunswick, New Jersey. Played with Sussex County in the Can-Am League last year. El Haj has thrown 2 innings, and he's allowed 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 innings of work. So he's been susceptible to running into a little bit of trouble as Maddox flies that one into shallow left field. Matt Dean gives it a look, and that's out of play for strike 1-1 now.
How do we feel about these jerseys? Have we talked about this
It's
yet?
been we've talked about it
Okay.
a ton, and I do like them.
Mm-hmm.
The broadcaster in me, the only thing I would say is that they're a little tough to read the numbers, so
Yeah.
that part makes it hard. I think it's cool. It's a different look.
Yeah, no, I think I love them because I'm from the East-ish
Yeah,
coast.
you're from Pittsburgh, right?
Yep, I am. Born and raised. But this is their state flag, which I think is the most underrated state flag there is. I mean, it's
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I don't want to offend any Texans out there. I know we're
It's
Texas
okay. I'm not from
strong,
Texas either.
but-
It's a unique state flag. We can appreciate others
Yes.
without having to
Yes.
worry about that. As Will Maddox, as you saw, grounded out to shortstop there, 6-3 put out. So the Skeeters down to the last out here on a Wednesday afternoon contest, a matinee at the ballpark. We're going to wrap up this homestand here today, and then the Skeeters are going to fly to, somebody said Greensboro. I think we're flying to Charlotte tomorrow. We'll fly to North Carolina, and we'll play the High Point Rockers for 4 games. And then let's take a peek. We'll have a day off on May 6th, and then we'll play 3 games against the Lancaster Barnstormers, and we'll be back here at Constellation Field on Friday, May 10th. You're going to want to be here on May 11th if you're even just a mild Game of Thrones fan.
Oh man,
The Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones bobblehead he's imposed on the Iron Throne. That's pretty cool.
that is cool. And then we're just warming you up for Sunday.
Bark at the Park?
No, well, yes, Bark in the Park, but Sunday Game of Thrones comes back on.
Oh, yes,
that
thank
night.
you.
So we are just
Oh my gosh.
warming you right
We're
up.
down to just 3 episodes in Game of Thrones, and it's a heartbreaking yet thrilling concept because the next 3 episodes are going to be great as Juan Severio takes that one low for ball 2.
I consider it more of an addiction. You know, it's just so sweet, but
It is. The last episode that's another kind of reoccurring theme here. Everyone, we've been talking Game of Thrones and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs jerseys here, mostly over 7 games. Those are 2 topics that have reoccurred. I actually didn't know you were a Game of Thrones fan, so I know that now.
Huge Game of Thrones fan.
Good to know. Good
Yep.
to know. El Haj Muhammad gets that one across. 2-1 now. El Haj, as we mentioned, he's run into a bit of a trouble this year. As in 2 innings, he had allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, but he's got a couple outs here. He's looking to finish this one out for the Blue Crabs. So we're just about at 1:30 here in Sugar Land, Texas. Time is called. We only got Juan hit this afternoon, and it came from
There
Juan
it is.
Silverio. Shea Villarreal, you know Shea. I don't even need to say his last name. Shea is that guy. Like his brain only works in puns, and it's awesome. And I love it because he'll text me like, look at this. He just texts me during the broadcast. Like when James Loney was on the mound, he said, "Call him Flames Loney." Like none of this stuff. I'm not that creative. I'm really not that creative. Shea is kind of the pun guy here.
But there's a reason he's our graphics guy. He's
Yeah.
creative. That's just
He is super
some
creative.
minds work that way, and that's the kind of people we need.
He absolutely. So 2-2 now as the Skeeters down to their last strike here. 2 down. Muhammad to Silverio, grounds out to the left side. Fielded by Frank Martinez. He throws over to John Griffin, and that's going to do it here on Wednesday at Constellation Field. The Skeeters fall to the Blue Crabs 4-0. It was a fantastic opening homestand. I appreciate everyone who's listened, and it's been a fun time for me. It's my first time broadcasting, and I was a little nervous, but I got a little more comfortable, I feel like, as the days went on, and it's been fun to just sit here and talk baseball. Caitlin, I appreciate you joining me in the booth.
Well, thanks for having, and you did great.
I
Nothing
appreciate
to
that.
worry about. You'll be fine.
I appreciate that. Well, I've had a lot of friends join me in the booth, and that's helped out a lot. So the Skeeters do, though, fall 4-0 here on Wednesday, the final game of the series. We'll be back here in a few as we wrap up this game and wrap up this homestand here at Constellation Field as the Skeeters get ready to travel to High Point, North Carolina tomorrow to open up those Rockers.
Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Well, welcome back here to Constellation Field, a somber Wednesday afternoon at the ballpark. Your Skeeters have fallen to the Blue Crabs 4-0, but the first homestand is in the books. 2019 season, there's a lot of nerves that go into the beginning of a season, and to have 7 games under the belt is kind of weirdly comforting. Caitlin Clinchock, our box office manager, joining us. Skeeters fall to 4-3. The Blue Crabs increase to 3-4. Let's look at the box score today. Connor Wade, he takes the loss. He threw 6 innings, allowed 2 runs, just 1 earned run on 6 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 1. Craig Stem, a fantastic outing for the Blue Crabs. Just 1 hit over 8 innings of work. He struck out 6, walked 4. Craig Stem, he threw 14 scoreless innings in the 7-game series against the Skeeters. A tough cookie to crack. Caitlin, you only got to join me for the last 2 innings, but let's not even focus on today's game. We know it was a loss. It was a 4-0 loss. We're moving on.
Right.
What were some of your favorite memories from this opening homestand in 2019?
You know, I think what was the most fun for anybody, I mean, we were new last season, right?
Yep.
So we were 2 newbies coming in, and we won a championship, and to see the guys come back and get their rings on the field. I was in the box office running around like crazy, but I got a chance to stop and watch it, and it was just so cool to watch. You know, we got our rings in February. Yep. But those guys did all the hard work on the field, so it was really cool to watch them get their stuff and get recognized, and I thought that was special for the week.
That was pretty cool on Monday, or that was
Thursday.
last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The
days are running together.
Days are evading me. No kidding. And, yeah, last Thursday, the Skeeters, we were the defending champions. We won the title last year, got our rings on the field, our 2nd title in the last 3 years. Not too shabby, not too shabby. As I mentioned, we'll head to the road tomorrow. We'll start a 4-game series against the High Point Rockers Thursday through Sunday, and then we'll have Monday off. And then we'll head to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where we'll play a doubleheader on Tuesday, May 7th. We'll play the Barnstormers on May 8th. Thursday, another off day. And then Friday, we are back here at Constellation Field, May 10th. Long Island Ducks going to make their first trip out to Constellation Field, and we'll have Game of Thrones night that week. It's going to be an exciting weekend. And, well, that's pretty much going to do it here for us. A 4-0 win for the Blue Crabs. Not a whole lot to give you on the box score. I could tell you the Blue Crabs scored, but I don't really care.
No,
we lost, and I'm over it. We're moving on. We're moving on to High Point. And that's going to be where we'll end the broadcast today. We do thank you for listening very much to these first 7 games. Hope all went well. It sounds like everything on YouTube sounded okay, and on the broadcast on our audio-only site, Skeeters fall to the Blue Crabs today 4-0. And we'll be back here next Friday as the Long Island Ducks come to town. Game of Thrones night. Should be an exciting time. Thank you so much for listening to Sugarland Skeeters Baseball. Ryan Posner and Caitlin Clinchock signing out on a Wednesday afternoon.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices, as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responders.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.